Hello and welcome to Riot. I'm your host Tisa, and this is
May.
And today Amanda has something she wants to discuss with me.
Well, we'll see what you think.
Uh-oh.
So you remember not too long ago, you were talking to me about wanting to collaborate?
And listen.
Ace is back with a brand new edition.
Marry me already.
Soon,
okay,
baby.
Good.
Soon.
Okay.
I promise.
Good. Yes, we talked about collaborating.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing a song together. You're going to be...
A song? A song? When did we
you
collaborate
didn't say
on
anything.
a song?
You didn't say anything about what we were going to collaborate on.
That's
you
what this episode is about.
Oh, okay. I was going to say we could collaborate on a song.
We could collaborate in bed.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Okay. You're so beautiful. I'm going to marry you so hard.
You're blushing a little.
Because this is on.
I know. Anyway, so I wanted to talk to you about what you wanted to collaborate with me.
What's that? Today's our anniversary of our first kiss, I believe.
Is it? Ooh, fancy. We didn't even start liking each other for reals for another 2 months, though. Right?
I don't know.
You liked me.
You liked me.
Yeah, it's true. I sent you a random text.
And now you would admit to that being...
No, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like you thought about it, because I didn't think about you like that until after Sabrina's birthday.
Oh, it was the sweetest night ever.
Yeah.
Because you took me by my hand and said, let's go. And I said, where are we going? And you said, to bed. I said, but Sabrina's in your bed. Are you trying to have a threesome? And you said, no, we're going to sleep. And then we went upstairs and I got in the middle of you and Sabrina and we spooned and went to slumber.
Yes.
Aww, that's my baby.
And then the next morning I tried to convince myself that there was nothing between us. And I spent a very long time trying to convince myself that there was nothing between us.
That was the sweetest thing. No one's ever been like, come on, you're not sleeping on the couch, you're coming to bed. And then you took me to bed. And I spooned you all night long.
You did.
Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. I'm so in love with you.
Anyway. Do you want to collaborate on a story? Do you want to collaborate on a song? What do you want to collaborate with me?
Today is our anniversary.
Oh, good.
Of our first kiss.
You figured it out.
Yes, because the 15th is when I was drunk and painting with Sabrina and Candace. And then the next day, you came over.
Candace wasn't there.
And Candace wasn't there, and you brought your boyfriend.
I did.
And then you kept saying,
Mind you, we were in a poly relationship, so I could have done whatever
I
wanted.
Yeah, I know.
He was there.
I know. You were in a poly relationship. And
he's a nice man.
Okay.
I know.
Okay. Anyhow, let me finish.
Alright, finish.
She kept saying all night that she wanted to know how it was to kiss a girl and I just kept saying that girls were drama and they were horrible because I just had gotten broken up with, so I was like in a no girl mood. And she ended up kissing me before she left. And then I was reminded the next day.
Yep. Not by me, though.
No. She didn't say, I kissed you. Because she didn't even remember kissing me either. Thanks, Sabrina. You're my best friend. You told me. You reminded me. And now we are getting married. And Sabrina is to blame for that.
All Sabrina's fault.
It's your fault, Sabrina Vagina. Okay, so you want to collaborate. Continue. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I just got
so I was thinking that we would collaborate on a story. So all of my questions for you are in regards to a story. However, you bring up a good point. Do you want to collaborate on a song or a poem or a story? What?
You just want to collaborate with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're so cute. You're so beautiful.
You're beautiful too. Now answer my question, baby.
I could collaborate with you on anything. I'll be happy.
Okay. So do you want... Okay, so because my questions are all about a story collaborating together, my question is, do you want to collaborate with one character as the main or a multi-perspective story?
But we don't even know what we're going to do first, so we need to figure out what we're going to do.
No, this is how we start. We start thinking, okay, because a story can look very different when you have it about one character and their journey through this, or you can have it multiple characters in their journey through an event. There's 2 different stories there. It could be the same event, but it's just the way you write it.
Oh, we could write our story.
You want to write our story?
No, because that would fucking put too many people on blast.
Little bit. Little bit. Now you sound like the Wicked Witch.
What do you want to do? I could just...
Baby, I could do either. You just tell me so that we can move from there. We need to make a decision, though, because this is what we do. We don't make decisions. We just like, we'll decide later.
Is that the Worry Monster?
Could be.
You should check out the Worry Monster on this week's episode of Welcome to Mayhem, featuring your host, May.
It's cute.
What's cute?
It's a cute episode.
It is a cute episode. I was just giving you a plug.
You were giving me a plug. So, do we want this to have, like, a little differences in who this person is? Like a person coming to terms with their sexuality and it's all an internal struggle? Or do we want it to be big, huge, massive aliens invading the world and everything changes kind of story?
You know how long it's been since I've actually written a story or written anything that has any, like, depth to it. I've written a poem, which isn't very much, in the past couple months. I haven't, I'm very, very rusty.
That's why I'm asking questions.
Okay. So, but you know where my brain's not on creative mode, so I would need a little... Okay.
Would you like me to go through my questions? We'll talk about what they mean, and then you can decide later?
No, I want to write with you, yes. We'll go back to what we're going to write. But first I would need to start off slowly, and I would need to get back into writing again.
Okay.
Because this is a big project. I feel like this is going to be a big project. But yes, I want to do a project with you. And a collaboration.
Well, those are all my questions, actually, because all of these questions are just similar to the same.
Do the same question over and over again?
In different words. I was at work, just jotting things down.
God, I love you.
So how are you going to get back in the creative mode, dear? How do you do this?
Maybe I should get a prompt.
Journal? I have some.
You do?
Uh-huh.
Empty ones?
Yep.
See? Okay, I would like to partake in one of your empty prompt journals.
Okay.
Okay, so your addiction is good for some things. We don't have to leave the house to go get anything.
I am trying to do the same. I'm trying to get back into the creative mode because I have kind of gotten rusty myself. And so I have made a commitment that during the week I get up, instead of getting up at 4, I get up at 3:30. That gives me an extra half an hour every morning to write. And you know what? I started this in the middle of last week. In the 2 days that I got up early, I did write. Both days. I wrote a cute little fiction story one day, and then the next day I wrote a beautiful poem. Well, I don't know if it was beautiful, but I liked it. For Facebook. And then I wrote love letters to all 3 people in my family. And because it was Valentine's Day, and I get all gushy about that day. So that's how I'm trying to reintroduce myself to the creative side, to build something. I'm still working on that meteor story, but I kind of stopped because, frankly, work has gotten a little bit more... it's not as much pressure as I had at my old job. Not nearly as much, but it is still... When I am there, I have to be 100% the whole time. Because there's expectations that I have to meet. And it's fine. I'm doing okay. But it's a lot. And it's a lot of pressure.
Mm-hmm. My job is no pressure at all.
That's okay. Gives you time to focus on other things.
Facebook.
So after this podcast, we'll go in the office and you can search through my journals and pick one out that you like.
Sounds good, because you know what I really want? a laptop so I could start on a business plan for our special project.
Yes.
Because that's what I wanted to do today. I wanted to look online and look at the reviews.
And what did we do today instead?
We played Scrabble for like an hour or two. Was it like 2 hours?
Yeah. And we went to Goodwill.
Oh yeah, we did a lot of Goodwilling, and
we had a lot of fun
stuff.
Yeah. I got a trampoline. And then we watched a trampoline exercise video. That was fun. And then I got something that I am totally in love with. So it was made in 1981 and it was homemade. And it is a podium on wheels. And I got it for $8. And I absolutely love it. When the kids come down here and I lecture them, I move my podium out and I lean on it like I'm lecturing them from the pulpit. It's beautiful.
I'm so in love with this woman. And she thanked me for supporting her craziness, because I even I'm the one that like said you should buy this and told her we could do these things with it. And she's like, okay, I want it. Because at first I was like, what are you gonna do with it? She's like, I don't know. And then, so I was like, you could take the kids and you could yell at them and be like, follow them around the house, rolling the fucking podium and saying, did you do your chores? Did you do this? We bought them cookies from the Girl Scouts, and she stood behind her podium handing them out. And Elias came down and she's all, do you agree that there is a mom tax? And he's like, I don't agree with it, but yes, there is one. And then she handed him these cookies. God, I'm gonna marry you.
It was fun. I loved it. You let me be whatever. You let me have fun.
And you let me scream in sadness about who the musician was that you asked to cover that Lena.
So funny. So Lana Del Rey, we listened to her album today because trying new things, I guess. I don't know. Tisa will talk a lot more about it later. But
on Roosevelt Rebel.
But she did a cover of a song. And when I first heard the song, I knew that it was a man group. I knew it was a guys that sang it. And I knew that it was 90s, mid-90s, if not a little earlier. And the first band that came out of my mouth was Beastie Boys. And Tisa screamed. She's like, not, they were like small screams. They were like, for like 5 minutes. And I was laughing so hard that I was crying until I finally fine, I don't know who was the original person. Who was the original person? And she's like, Sublime. And I'm like, fuck, I knew that. And it was so funny. I was crying.
It was a good time today. You're my best friend. It was a good time.
You're my best friend. We had a good time.
We did.
Going to 3 different Goodwills. Mm-hmm. Exploring.
Welcome to my life.
It was fun.
Because I've been looking, that's what I did this week. I fucking called Zia's trying to find Dogma for her for Valentine's Day because it's out of print and she doesn't know where her copy is. Yeah. It's her favorite movie.
It is my favorite movie, and I want to share it with my kids because I think they're old enough to appreciate Dogma the way I do. And if they don't appreciate Dogma the way I do, at least they can understand me a little better.
And then, so I was going to Goodwill's looking for it, and we didn't find it, but we did find Clerks 2 today, which she was thinking the kids could watch, but I was like,
the end, I forgot what happens at the end, and it is not an appropriate movie for kids. I was just thinking the kid's name is Elias, and he's a little clueless, and my kid might enjoy him. But no, that's not going to happen.
No, donkey punching.
Yeah, I forgot. Kevin Smith gets raunchy.
When does he not? But that one is a little bit more raunchy than usual, though.
It was a lot more raunchy than usual.
But we did see, for her birthday last month, I did get her, God, your birthday's been already almost... Mm-hmm.
She got me the new Kevin Smith reboot. Loved it.
Jay
Loved it.
Bob.
It was so nostalgic for me. I was screaming at the TV. And it was a lot of fun to watch for me. And then the kids were sitting there their whole world had been blown up. There's this whole new thing that they had never thought about before. And it was a lot of fun. And so then we had to watch Mallrats because that was the only Kevin Smith movie we could find. And Amazon doesn't have Dogma.
Because it's out of print.
And Chasing Amy's not there. And Jay and Silent Bob we can't find. So we found Clerks 2. Something.
Yeah.